You wake up already tired, even before the day asks anything of you. Not physically tired, something deeper, a quiet heaviness. You haven't started working, deciding, or focusing, yet your energy already feels spent. This is not random. There's a habit you practice daily without noticing. It doesn't look like procrastination. It doesn't look like distraction. It feels responsible, rational, mature, but it silently drains momentum before action even begins. That habit is explaining your future to yourself before it happens. You mentally narrate how the day will go, what might be difficult, what could go wrong, what you'll probably not finish. This narration feels harmless, but it's costly. Every time you pre-explain an outcome, your system prepares for defense instead of creation. You're not acting yet, but your body is already bracing. Shoulders tighten, breath shortens, attention narrows. This isn't negative thinking, it's something subtler. You're trying to make the future emotionally manageable by softening expectations in advance. The problem is, preparation becomes pre-fatigue. Your mind believes that if it explains things early, disappointment will hurt less later. But what actually happens is different. You spend energy protecting yourself from a future that hasn't arrived, and that protection costs focus. Notice how often you say, internally, it's probably going to be a long day, or this will take forever, or I already know how this goes. These statements feel realistic. They're not. They're rehearsals. Each rehearsal teaches your nervous system that effort equals strain. So when it's finally time to begin, your system hesitates, not because you're lazy, but because it has already lived the effort mentally. This habit creates the illusion of responsibility. You feel prepared, but preparedness without presence is just anticipation, and anticipation, when repeated, turns into resistance. Think about how children approach tasks. They don't narrate outcomes, they enter. Energy flows because nothing is being explained yet. The moment you over-explain, you exit the moment. The invisible drain happens in the gap between intention and action, when you pause not to focus, but to justify, to predict, to soften. That pause leaks more energy than the task itself ever would. You don't lose energy by doing hard things. You lose energy by carrying them mentally before they exist. Your system wasn't designed to live the same effort twice. This is why some days feel heavy before they start. You've already walked through them emotionally. Nothing feels new anymore, and novelty is fuel for attention. The shift isn't forcing positivity, it's interrupting narration. When you catch yourself explaining what hasn't happened, stop mid-sentence. Return to sensation. What do you see, hear, touch? Action requires far less energy than anticipation. When you move without explanation, your system stays open, responsive, adaptive. You regain momentum not by planning better, but by arriving sooner. Try this. Before starting anything today, notice the first sentence your mind forms about it. Not the task, the story. Let the sentence dissolve. Begin without finishing it. You'll feel a subtle discomfort at first. That's unused potential energy, the part of you that's used to preparing instead of engaging. Let it be there. Don't explain it either. Over time, this practice restores something quiet but powerful: freshness. Each task feels less heavy because it hasn't been lived in advance. You recover energy simply by not spending it twice. This is how effort becomes lighter without becoming easier, not by changing what you do, but by changing when you stop talking about it internally. If this helped you notice where your energy is leaking before you even start, anchor that awareness now. Like the video, subscribe for more clarity on hidden mental patterns, share it with someone who feels drained too early, and comment below, where do you lose energy before action begins?